At this time, Charlie suddenly heard a few familiar voices from behind him. A man said, "Fredman, don't worry. As long as we take the 300-year-old purple ginseng this time, all the medicinal materials we need for our new prescription will be available. By then, your disease will definitely be cured. It is good." It was Baraina Wei from the Wei family who spoke. That is the one who was forced to lick the urinal a few days ago. At this time, Fredman, the native of the Wilson family, said, "Oh, I really want to thank Brother Wei in advance. When my illness is cured, I will definitely strengthen the cooperative relationship with the Wei family. Then, my family and I will give some resources to help the Wei family. Our two strong alliances will last forever." Baraina Wei was also very excited, and said excitedly, "Then I also want to thank Fredman in advance. Ha 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 ha." Charlie turned back and saw that it was Baraina Wei and Fredman who were coming from far and near. Following the two, there was Wendy. At this time, Wendy did not have the embarrassment of licking the urinal that day. She held a Hermes Limited bag in one hand, and held Baraina Wei's arm in the other. She walked with her eyes higher than the top, completely like a lady. Behind a few people, there was a person who looked somewhat similar to Baraina Wei followed. Charlie didn't know this guy. This person was the illegitimate child of Baraina Wei's half-brother, Liang Wei, who was always dismissed in the Wei family. And just as Charlie saw several people also found Charlie. Fredman, Baraina Wei, and Wendy. These three people all have blood and deep hatred for Charlie, and they hate him to the bone. When they see him at this time, they are all angry and want to tear him alive. And when Baraina Wei saw him, he was even more angry, as if the urinal smell of disgust came to the extreme. Wendy couldn't help but retching when thinking about it at the beginning. After so many days, her tongue tastes nothing and feels stinky. All this is thanks to Charlie. Seeing Charlie, Fredman, with the strongest background and strength, took the lead to speak. He gritted his teeth and said, "It turns out that it's you, Stinky Silk. Let's meet again." Charlie smiled indifferently, and said, "Last time you called me father and grandfather. That was so refreshing. But you changed the name in a blink of an eye? My grandson is too unfilial, right?" Fredman clenched his fists hatefully when he heard him mention it. That incident made him lose face and somehow lost his ability to be a man. It was the greatest shame in his life. But he knew that he couldn't beat Charlie, and he didn't dare to do it. He could only sneer and said, "That is to say that a good man does not suffer from immediate losses, and a big man can bend and stretch. What do you know about this kind of waste? Don't think that you will fight, you are a personal thing. This world it's very dark, so be careful when you walk at night." Charlie sneered and said, "I think you can only bend now, can't stretch, right? Have you recovered your male prowess during this period of time?" Fredman gritted his teeth angrily when he heard Charlie scold him for being able to bend and not stretch. "Don't be arrogant." Fredman gritted his teeth and cursed, "I will regain my power sooner or later. Don't worry, I will not spare you." Tianqi coldly scolded, "Fredman, I have warned you many times that you must be respectful and polite to Mr. Wade and don't offend. If you target Mr. Wade again, don't blame me for turning my face and denying people." When Fredman saw Tianqi speaking for Charlie, his brain hurt. His mother has been urging him to repair the relationship with Tianqi as soon as possible and invite Tianqi to go to Eastcliff to attend her 84th birthday party. However, this Tianqi is really stubborn. Mixing with Charlie this kind of stinky rag all day long, what exactly is he pictured? However, Fredman did not dare to disobey Tianqi in public, and could only say angrily, "Uncle, you must keep your eyes open. There are too many scammers these days, and many elderly people are deceived by those ulterior swindlers in society. Some are just to buy you some fakes, and even follow your ass to recognize you as godfather. Some just take some fake and shoddy things and sell them to the elderly as a panacea. You are a shrewd man, but don't lose it." Hoof. Baraina Wei on the side also gave a disdainful smile, and said, "This kind of rubbish liar, in a small place like Orr's Hill, can only jump for a few days. When he is in a big place, he must not be scared to death? The place this gang has never seen the world before will be deceived by him. Charlie smiled and said, "Was the toilet in the brilliant clubhouse not big enough last time? Your mouth still smells bad. The toilets in the convention and exhibition center are very powerful. There are only 20 or 30 urinals in the men's toilet." Cool? Barena Wei's expression was extremely ugly, but with 7 points of dread, he said, "You don't think that you have fooled Boyu. You can run wild in Orus Hill." Chin Gang had been standing behind. At this moment, when Barena Wei was targeting Charlie, he immediately said with a cold face, "Barena Wei, what kind of thing do you dare to say to Mr. Wade?" Their Chin family is one of the Wei family's medicinal material suppliers, and they have been in contact before, but he did not expect that Barena Wei would be disrespectful to Charlie.